Welcome to the Two-Ton Nerds. As always, my name is Max James. It's October 17th, 2018, which means it's day 17 of the 31 Days of Fright horror movie project, year 7. And I'm continuing my Universal Monster Week with Frankenstein. Now, before I tell you what you need to know about this movie, I'm going to jump right into telling you my initial response when the final credit rolled upon the screen, and is that yesterday I watched Dracula. Today I watched Frankenstein, and I think Frankenstein is the better overall film. And it's only separated by a couple years. So, 2 to 3 years, I think. So, it's a big jump in technology in these films because Dracula was very quiet. It was very slow paced, and not much happened on screen, where Frankenstein, everything was happening on screen. You got all this scientific equipment going off in the background, lightning, a whole windmill catches fire with a crowd in front of it. The sets are much bigger, I do believe. Just the overall telling of the story is much better. It doesn't feel like things have been left out, or it feels more of a complete film. That's why I think Frankenstein is a better overall film than Dracula. So, now I'm going to tell you the plot of this movie, and it follows Henry Frankenstein and his quest to bring life to what is dead. Kind of like Reanimator, which is Reanimator is a modern retelling of Frankenstein. And I think, but it's much more than that. It's much, much more than that, because he's trying to prove the naysayers, especially the people at school, and about what he can do. And he's very smart, and he's found what brings life to the dead. And through dialogue, which I think is what makes this movie very powerful, because this movie has a lot of good dialogue, especially during the initial lightning experiment where he's bringing the Frankenstein's monster to life. It's great, and it's live. I mean, that's an iconic quote, and it's just 2 words. So, what is there? The makeup. The makeup is just fantastic through this entire movie, especially in Boris Karloff playing the title character. Because there's just little subtle things, like there was some stitching around the upper wrist to kind of show that one arm is not supposed to be connected to. It's 2 different body parts, so that's fantastic. And just very little things, and the makeup is not that gruesome. It's just very subtle makeup, and especially around the face, he just extends the brow, kind of sunks in the face a little bit, and he's all dressed in black. It just makes him a very towering figure. So, and the sets for this movie is great, especially the final sequence with the windmill and the laboratory where the whole experiment is going down, and even during the there's a wedding sequence, or takes place in the house before the wedding. The house looks grand of its own. So there's a lot of good things going on in this movie in the background. And that's what I was thinking. It's this movie is different than Dracula, because Dracula has a lot of gothic architecture, where this one is a little bit more scientific based. It has skulls and beakers and Bunsen burners and books. And so it's a little bit more set dressing is a little bit different, and that's what adds to the movie overall. So that's really all I gotta say. I'm going to jump right into my horror rating scale. 1 being run-of-the-mill horror, 2 best watch with a group, 3 more than average horror but adds nothing new to the horror genre, 4 helps move the horror genre forward, and 5 is just a horror classic. And Frankenstein is obviously a horror classic. It has definitely stand the test of time, just like Dracula. And I've seen this one, and this one is probably up there with my favorite, but we'll find out which one is my favorite later in the week. So, 2 movies down, few more to go. We still got The Mummy and The Creature from the Black Lagoon, Bride of Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, and The Phantom of the Opera. So we got a handful of movies still left to go. So which one is my favorite? Stay tuned to find out this week. If you've seen this movie, please like, comment, and share this video. If you and let me know what you think about this movie down below. What's some things that you do like about this movie? What's some of the things you don't like about this movie? Like for example, one of the things that I think this movie does better than Dracula is that what they say on screen actually happens. And yesterday's video when I did Dracula, one of the things that kind of was bothering me was like one of the characters kind of ran off onto a balcony. He's like, "Oh, there's a dog running across the yard." And it's like, and the other guy's, "Oh, that's Dracula. They can turn into wolves." I'm like, I hate that. I understand it's limited by their technology, but that always kind of bothered me. So, but this one, what you saw happened on screen, so that's what's great. So that's just an example. So as always, my name is Max James. Hit the bell to stay notified for the future videos coming from the basement, and I'm going to go geek out.